Well, hey everybody, John Ritlin here, and this is my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's Best of Super Juniors 26, Night 3 and 4 events. Yes, I'm sorry for the lateness of this review and the fact that it's another double review. Much like Night 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and possibly a few others in this tournament are going to have to be double reviews. I am simply way busy, but I want to review this stuff. So that's why that's the case. But thank you guys very much for the positive feedback on not just Night 1 and Night 2, but any videos. I really do appreciate it. And boy, 3 and 4, the tournament is picking up two really good matches on on each show. And yeah, I'm probably going to do a top 15, top 20 favorite, Best of Super Juniors, list sometime after the finals. So, depending on how it goes. Right now, it's looking like top 15, but if this keeps up, I may end up having to do a top 20. Because there's been a host of really good matches. I got about 5 or 6 that I could put on the list right now. And we still got, 11 nights to go, including the finals. But anyway, we get Kevin Kelly, Caprice Coleman on commentary. And we start off with some undercard action on Night 3. Robbie Eagles and Jado versus Yuya Uemura and Ren Narita. Mainly about Robbie Eagles and Narita, teasing, facing off on Night 4. Of course, you get Master Heater, Jado using the kendo stick, Singapore cane, whatever. Hitting Yuya at one point. Of course, Narita and Eagles having some nice exchanges. Yuya gets back in, but gets a cane shot to the face. Turbo backpack, the overhead into the Falcon Arrow variation, where Robbie Eagles picks up the win over Yuya 1-2-3. It was fine. It was a fine opener. And then we get Taichi and Doki versus Taguchi and Shota. Yeah, I'm going to rush through some of these undercard matches because while not bad, they're not necessarily they're not the meat of this show. I mean, they're not the meat of these shows. It's all about tournament action. But yeah, Taichi and Doki versus Taguchi and Shota, mainly about Doki and Taguchi hyping up their match on Night 4. Shota and Taichi, though, I wouldn't mind seeing that match for the Never Openweight title at some point, but Shota will have to go on excursion first, come back. If at that point Taichi is in another reign with a championship, I think Shota would be a fine competitor for the Never Openweight title. Taguchi, they could beat up some. Shota got in, of course, the big old stretch that Taichi's developed. Taps out Shota, and then there's a beatdown afterwards. Of course, Suzuki-gu members, and they jumped the bell before. I'm really, really shocked. I'm not shocked at all. I think of Rocky Romero, Yo and Toa Henare versus Will Ospreay, Juice, and Bandito. Rocky and Ospreay having a bit of a scrap. Chaos versus Chaos. Yo and Bandito. Bandito, I guess, is what you could call. God, I'm terrible with wordplay. I apologize. Really shouldn't do this wordplay while tired. But it's good hype for two Night 4 matches. Juice, of course, did well. You got Henare in there showing some great strength. Even when Juice is trying to stop him from, hammering him with his knee, Toa would not be denied, just lifting him up. I really hope Toa Henare is in the G1. But in the end, because, you got the other guys that are in the Super Juniors tournament, facing off outside. Pulp Friction, 1-2-3, Henare gets pinned. And then the video time's up. Who's it going to be? Really, I want to know who the hell you guys think it's going to be that's going to face Juice. Because I'm kind of curious. I mean, we get to find out on the 5th. We're finding out in a couple of weeks, but still, I'm really curious who it is. And then we get ELP, El Phantasmo in other words, and Gato versus Naito and Bushi. Gee, I wonder who's taking the pin. It's Gato. It's Gato that's taking the pin. Good hype for Bushi and ELP. Some good exchanges. Naito did get beat up. Bushi ends up getting tagged. The MX pins Gato. I shortened this part of the review because honestly, this match, it wasn't throwaway necessarily. It kind of was. I mean, it was just there. I mean, and of course, Gato took the pin. It is always nice to hear just how super insanely motherfucking over Naito is. I mean, my goodness, is it? It doesn't matter how big or small the arena is. The crowd fucking erupts. I mean, he is honestly, he's honestly like one of the biggest stars that New Japan has, easily one of the most popular. But yeah, MX pins Gato, cool. And then we get Taka Michinoku versus Jonathan Gresham. So you get the Michinoku driver versus the Octopus, and it was good vet versus youth, even though Gresham has had some years in wrestling. Taka, happy to say, has way more. Taka grounds him, and then we get, after a bit, this one wasn't very long, you end up getting an Octopus stretch, and Taka taps out, so Taka just tapped out. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry for that. I love how Taka introduces Zack Sabre Jr. I really hope he's on the Dominion card. I can't wait to see that. But yeah, it wasn't a bad match. It just wasn't anything great. But then we get Kanemaru versus Tiger Mask. Kanemaru focusing on the knee, does try to go for the mask, of course. Everybody's tried to go for Tiger Mask's mask. That's hard to say. I don't even think it was English. Tiger does come back, a nice couple kickouts, but then he gets an inside cradle, 1, 2, 3. So Tiger Mask picks up a couple points. He picks up more points. I think he's up to 4 now. I'm going to get a point total by the end of night 6, and I'll update you guys on that stuff. But yeah, Tiger Mask, shockingly, despite selling his knee and everything and having a hurt knee, managed to pick it up. And then Kanemaru removes his mask. That's a great thing to do. That's great. That's not great. It's not great at all. But the Young Lions quickly throwing a shirt on him, and then he gets his mask back on. And you just don't remove a wrestler's mask. You just don't do that. But Kanemaru, a great heat magnet. He is known for doing that. Match was fine. It was kind of like Gresham and Talk. It was just there. And then we get Teton. God damn it. So bad. Why am I laughing at that? I'm so goddamn immature. But Teton versus Shingo. Quick start. Teton with a great dive. I mean, just really, I can see why people praise him. He is goddamn good. Shingo ends up grounding. Teton comes back with some great quickness and just, he's showing off some big strength also. His leg focused by Teton. But in the end, after some, good exchanges, clotheslines, all that, and Teton's still having a great showing. Last of the Dragons, 1, 2, 3. Shingo remains undefeated and has 4 points in this tournament. And then we get Taiji Ishimori versus Marty Scurll with Brody King at ringside. And oh boy, this match. Great stuff. Thanks, Jen, by the way, for the thank you. Very much. I really appreciate it. This was very fantastic. It was great because both guys are good submission wrestlers. Obviously, the quicker of the two is Ishimori. The younger is Scurll. But Scurll just, with some great stuff. I mean, great submissions, neck focus by Ishimori. This was just really a great classic mix of just speed and submission skills and just some great dirty tactics by both. Scurll ends up coming back. There were great momentum switches. I mean, really, I was like, okay, maybe Skrull's going to get the victory. Maybe he's going to get the victory. No. He did lock on the chicken wing a couple times. That was pretty nice, including locking one after countering a move by Ishimori. But in the end, bloody cross, 1, 2, 3. Go out of your way to see this match, though, folks. It was really goddamn good. And then we get Sho versus Dragon Lee. Once again, Sho has had 2 match of the tournament candidates, and he's lost both. By the way, sorry, spoiler. I mean, granted, you're probably watching the review, but you probably know the results. But Sho and Dragon Lee just had a great match. I mean, it was great stuff with strikes. I mean, they just were hammering each other. Sho's shoulder was hurt, his shoulder. God damn it, this wordplay is terrible. I'm sorry. Apron spot, as we know, the hardest part of the ring. But Sho with some good groundwork. Works on the arm. Nice arm bars. Poison Rana to Sho. Ouch. Stop with the reverse Ranas. Out. I know they're professionals and they know how to land. But just fuck. That just looks so deadly. I mean, not that a lot of these moves don't look deadly, but the Poison Rana, ouch. Last ride into the knees for 2. I mean, there was just too much bullshit to call, or too much shit to call. Because, I mean, none of this was bullshit. This was absolutely great. I mean, my God, it was just so many close near falls. Another armbar by Sho. Knee strikes. And Testuka Dora, I think is how it's pronounced. That was Dragon Lee's finisher. Gets the pin. Show respect at the end. And that was really nice. And I gotta say, for those 2 matches, I'm waffling between a B and a B+. I'm gonna still say a B. But check out the last 2 matches. It was overall a very fun night. So far, every night of this action has been a B. But yeah, that's it right there. If I forget to put polls, please leave in the comments what your guys' grades are, or just leave your thoughts. Because I'm editing so many videos and putting up so much stuff, I might forget to add this stuff. So if you forget to add polls, please leave in the comments what you guys think. But yeah, night 3 was fun, and then we get to night 4 that I just got done watching. And once again, Kevin Kelly, Caprice Coleman on commentary and doing great work. Caprice really lends a great knowledge to, I mean, he's not going to watch this. He's a busy man. But he lends a lot of really good credibility and knowledge because he's been in the ring. I mean, he still wrestles, but he can lend a lot of really good insight on commentary. And I mean, Kevin Kelly, world class. Not that he's going to watch this either, but he is one of the best wrestling commentators, I would say, the last 25 years easily. That's my personal opinion. But then we get, so this is going to be B block action. So it's A block on the odd nights, and then B block action on the even nights, except for 7, 8, 9, and 10, which is all block action. Yeah, it's confusing, I know. But anyway, Ishimori and Gedo versus Teton and Yuya. God damn it, I need to stop saying that name because it's just funny. I'm so immature. But it was hype for Ishimori and Teton. Yuya attacks Gedo, but then he gets beat up after a bit. Yuya does. We get a beautiful drop kick by Yuya. I mean, good grief, he hits some impressive drop kicks. And then back to Gedo. Gedo, is like there, and then a roll. He ends up using dirty tactics, gets a roll up, holds it tight, 1, 2, 3. Yuya gets pinned. Yuya's got great hair, by the way, the great Bruce Lee hair. But that was enjoyable. It was a fine opening match, and then we get Skrull and Brody King versus Tiger Mask and Yota Tsuji. Mainly hype for Skrull and Tiger Mask on night 5. They had a finger snap duel where it's like Tiger Mask had one of Skrull's hands and Skrull had one of Tiger Mask's hands, and it was like the whole thing where like they catch each other's feet and they're like, wait, put that down. So they did a gentleman's agreement to not break each other's fingers and just let go. That was pretty goddamn funny. But yeah, Yota got in. I mean, Brody King, fucking hell, I've seen him live. That guy hits like a tank. And I've seen him live a couple times. The guy is really goddamn impressive. Heavy chops though. Really nice knee bar by Tiger Mask. And Gonzo Bomb, I believe is what it's called. I think that's what it said. If not, then now I'm just picturing the Muppet Gonzo hitting a wrestling maneuver. I need to see that now, somehow. And I'm sure in Japan they got somebody dressed up like Gonzo doing a move. But anyway, Yota gets pinned. Of course, he's a young lion. He's going to get pinned. Good solid match for what it was. And I see Brody King in a New Japan ring. And then Sho Hanare and Showa Hanare. Crap, my wordplay sucks. Anyway, they teamed up with Jonathan Gresham versus Dragon Lee, Shota, and Juice. The video showing Juice's challenger, whoever the fuck it is, don't know, but it seemed to throw Juice off. He wasn't sure what's going on. I think he knows exactly who it is. And apparently he's going to be doing commentary for the nights that they're going to be in Korakuen. I think that's 7, 8, 9, and 10. I don't know if he's going to be joined, with anybody else, or if it's just going to be him and Kevin Kelly, but that's going to be nice to have Juice on there, and that'll be pretty interesting. So hopefully maybe, we get some insight on who it is. We're not going to find out till the 5th, but I'm kind of curious who it is. But Sho and Lee tangled. They had a great match, of course, that I just alluded to on night 3 and talked about. Sho grounded some. There was a nice, exchange between Sho and Juice. Nice possible U.S. title feud there. Shota and Hanare having a scrap and everything, but Hanare ends up pinning Shota for the 1, 2, 3. Always glad to see Hanare get a victory, and hopefully he's in the G1. Same with Shota. I know he's a young lion, but if they want to fill the field out and have it be 20... What the fuck was it last time? 2022? Or no, 24. Have it be that. Have it be... Have Shota and Hanare in there. I mean, why the fuck not at this point? So yeah, that was a good tag match, and then we get Kanemaru and Taka Michinoku versus Naito and Shingo. Gee, I wonder who took the fall. I wonder who took it. It was Taka. It was Taka that took the fall. Naito got beat up. Shingo got in. His knee did get targeted. That's going to become a factor in the tournament. And a Destino pins Taka for the 1, 2, 3. It wasn't like 2 minutes, but there wasn't a ton of note in here, except Kanemaru did go after Shingo's, leg with a chair, and that's going to factor in. I think that's going to lead to Shingo not losing yet, but by his 5th match. Let's see, he's got 2 wins. By his 5th match, he will win his 5th match, and I think he's going to lose his 6th. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm not really sure who's going to beat him, but him going undefeated in the tournament wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but it would be kind of like, okay, whatever. And maybe his leg factors into the finals. He goes undefeated, gets to the finals, and loses. But who knows? I mean, I did predictions, and you guys can check that out if you want, but that's up to you. But I think it's nice that they're doing this with Shingo, because now it gives an out and a possible, reason for why he doesn't win the tournament. That at 100%, nobody can beat him, but at, say, 70%, somebody can. And then we get, so it was a fine tag match. It was mainly just about Shingo's knee getting targeted. And then we get Robbie Eagles versus Ren Narita. Good stuff. I'm happy to see Ren Narita getting an opportunity. Robbie Eagles doing pretty well after just focusing on Narita's leg. Narita almost won a few times. I mean, some heart-stopping, close, near falls. Nice sharpshooter by Ren, but in the end, turbo backpack from out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3. Robbie picks up 2 more points. And that was good. That was good stuff. Bandito versus Yo. Bandito. Crap. Man, I gotta come up with some good nicknames and leave them in the comments so I can come up with this stuff. There's some good mat wrestling in this one, though. I liked how it displays the strength, speed. a good mix without getting boring. It was nice to see Bandito showing off his strength. Yo targeting Bandito's leg, and that was cool. Some head scissors off the apron. It's a good thing it was not on the apron because it was, as we know, still the hardest part of the ring. Moonsault outside by Bandito. Good grief, just clearing the first row. Super kick by Yo, just flipping, turning Bandito inside out. Superplex Falcon Arrow into a Falcon Arrow afterwards for 2. But in the end, Dragon Suplex by Yo. 1, 2, 3. Yo pinning Bandito. And I know Bandito signed the Ring of Honor, but I did not see that coming. Bravo to you guys. Pulled out a shocking victory. I'm happy. I'm happy to see Yo. And I think that's actually Yo's first points of the tournament. He's ahead of Show. I don't think Show hasn't gotten any points yet. Ooh, that could play into the whole thing. Maybe Yo finishes more points and some jealousy starts. Who knows? But anyway, we then get to ELP versus Bushi. I enjoyed this one. This is where things started to pick up a little bit. This wasn't quite as good as Yo and Bandito. Maybe you could have flipped these matches. But good agility, good agility as you would expect by these guys. Bushi, incredibly talented. Best masks, by the way. And ELP, I can see why people praised him. He used some dirty tactics, but then again, so did Bushi, choking with the shirt and all that. And then we get Bushi coming back. Some great dives by ELP soon after. And I don't remember, it's Greetings from something Park, I think is what it's called. Not Greetings from Raspberry Park, that was Bam Bam Bigelow. But ELP gets a victory, 1, 2, 3. And there we go. So that was fine. ELP picks up a couple more points. And then we get Rocky Romero versus Ospreay. Sweet fucking Christ. Inject this match into my veins. This is fantastic. It was like 27 minutes or something like that. 26, 27 minutes. Because it went past the 25-minute mark that the ring announcer says. But this is great. It was chaos versus chaos. And I don't mean like, it was two chaotic guys, even though they are. No, it's the two chaos members against each other. And I really can't say enough great shit about this match. That spike DDT to Ospreay, just fucking Christ, that was brutal. Rocky kept going for the arm. I mean, so many arm bars. Great work by Rocky. Rocky, world-class athlete, has been for a number of years. None of the wrestlers are going to watch these reviews, so I don't know why I'm acting like, I know them or like it's going to matter. But I just got to say, as a fan-fucking-tastic. Rocky doing so goddamn well. There was a stomp by Rocky while Ospreay was hanging off the ropes, and I guess apparently Ospreay tweeted out that it hurt his dick, which... out. You could kind of tell he was kind of holding that, so yeah, it looked like it hurt. But Rocky ended up hitting a dive early on. Also, some great clotheslines, and Oscar countered into the armbar. Ospreay, it hit some good moves, but it was on the defense for a good portion of this match. This reminded a lot of people that may have forgotten or may have just, said, oh, Rocky's more of a commentator now. Rocky's still got some years left if he can pull out shit like this. And he doesn't wrestle every single night, but still... at least, especially not going to wrestle in the G1 or at least that much. This is just fantastic. He did so goddamn well. There was a beautiful shooting star press by Will for 2. But in the end, Stormbreaker soon after, 1, 2, 3. Fabulous match. This bumped the grade of the show up really. It was really good. This was a really good match. It's going to be hard for this to not be knocked out of my top 5. This might have beaten... This might be right neck and neck with Show and... Shingo so far. And then we get Doki versus Taguchi. A good match. I don't know if it should have been the main event. I mean, as cool as it was, I think you could have flipped Ospreay. You could have flipped this for Ospreay versus Rocky Romero, and it would have been just fine. Now, in the end, I kind of got why, because they pulled out a shocking upset because Taguchi was the one that got the victory. I knew Doki would lose. I didn't think he'd go undefeated in the tournament, but fucking hell, I didn't think he'd lose now. And still, it was good. It was good stuff. We got Doki with dirty tactics. He dominated at first. He did. It went outside a few times. Taichi, by the way, on commentary for the last few matches, including this one. Taichi's not going to factor. He's going to factor in. And Taguchi coming back. Really good ankle focus. Dodon for 2. A triangle with arms trapped and stuff like that, where Doki looked like he was going to get the tap out. Taichi ends up getting involved, slides a chair to Doki, but Doki ends up getting knocked out of his hands. He gets slammed on the chair, and then Taguchi, this is while the ref's down, by the way, because Red Shoes always gets knocked down, but an ankle lock. He kept hammering on the ankle, got on that while Taichi's trying to get in the ring. The Young Lions are stopping him, and Doki taps out. That shocked me. Taguchi might win the fucking block. They might actually have him do it. And I don't know if I'd be against it. Because, I mean, I know I'm getting a little bit fired up, sorry, but I don't know if I'd be against Taguchi winning. If they have Taguchi doing this and focusing like this is exactly the Taguchi we need. I'm going to say B+ for this one. This was really fun. This was a lot of fun. So, again, if the polls aren't up here, please leave in the comments what you guys think. The night 5 and 6 review will probably be up Sunday morning because I'll watch night 5, I'll write my notes. Night 6, I'll review it. And then, I'll watch that one live because I got something to do later that Sunday. But yeah, that will be a double review. And then hopefully I can do singular reviews, but we'll see. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I will see you soon.